third and final week of the preseason is here. A fourth exhibition game is a thing of the past. It's the Steelers and the Falcons under the lights on Thursday night.
We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight, the final dress rehearsal, week 3 of the preseason. And we got a good matchup on tap, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Atlanta Falcons. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you, and now we sit, CD, at week 3 of the preseason, and this is the one that the coaches probably think is pretty valuable, right?
Certainly. This is the dress rehearsal. This is the one where your starters are going to play. You might even game plan a little bit more than you do with a normal preseason game, and then you've got to decide, do you bring them back after halftime and get them going again in the third quarter so they're ready to go when the regular season begins? I'm eager to see how these coaches will handle that.
Set to go, Young Wei Koo ready to do the honors. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. Gunnar Olszewski bringing it out. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
It's tough enough to play defense anyway, but after a return like that, now your mindset has to change a little bit. Instead of going out and just getting settled in the first few plays, you have to be prepared for just about anything.
So the Steelers now in great shape to begin their initial possession. And they will be led out by a man in his sophomore campaign as the quarterback.
And when you watch Kenny Pickett play, you see a young man who got better every season in college and really blossomed in his final campaign, took his game to a new level, and made him a first-round pick in the NFL. He's the type of kid who can beat you with his mind, beat you with his arm, and occasionally with his legs. A tough, skilled performer. Kenny Pickett, he's got some moxie to him.
Now here's Pickett to put it in the air off the bat. And his first look is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Back to throw, Pickett. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Richie Grant. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared, but I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
So here are the Falcons with great field position to start out. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his second year of the NFL now.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100 plus the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Back to throw, Ritter sliding out of the pocket. And complete to Drake London. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
This was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open, just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Cameron Hayward in on the tackle. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because, you know,
touchdown Falcons! Mac Point after try forthcoming. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. A drive there, just 4 plays. And the Falcons score to cap it off. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Fields it right around the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. Now remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive, something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, and lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there at a first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Now a first down carry for Harris. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, kind of just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Harris running straight ahead. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Here's Harris. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
It's brought in by Harris. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 32-yard line. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Harris. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call run fits, everyone was in the right place.
First catch so far by Pickens. It's good for a first down. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it. Because
he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Harris. Diving for the end zone, and he is in. Touchdown. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
Boswell good with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Working from the gun, Ritter. And this one's incomplete.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, here's Ritter. And he comes back with one complete. And he gets this up to the 34, out of bounds there. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. And whistle blown, a timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Ritter looking to throw here on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They run the play fake. Here's Pickett. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Okay, let's decide here. He was open, right? Not extraordinarily open, but open enough that if you're an NFL quarterback, you got to make that throw, right?
Yeah.
That's got to be completed.
9 times out of 10, that's a completed pass.
Yeah, he missed that one and missed it in a big way.
Pickett's throw here taken in by Boykin. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Trying with Pickett here on 3rd down. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. So Pickett is off to the sideline, and Chris Boswell is on for the Steeler field goal try. Boswell's kick is good, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
Patterson going to bring this out of the end zone. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Cordero Patterson on the loose. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Falcons.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong, sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, and if you do, you're taking on some responsibility, but he was happy to do so there.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Pickett will look to throw it here. A short one there to Freiermuth. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate. Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
That was another good run, and he's having an excellent day. And right now, I don't think his team could have any more confidence in handing him the football.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Pickett. Looking for Pickens. He's got him on the out route. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
That one goes for 24 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Pickett. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up. Pickett, he's going to throw it again. He finds his tight end, Gentry. And the Steelers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Shoves him aside, and the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also have those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
What a stand this would be if they can get the stop here. 3rd and goal. Again, it's Harris. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now, there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Defense.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Boswell for the extra point. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And it was Najee Harris who finished it off with a touchdown run. From his end zone, here comes Patterson. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Past midfield. Still going. One man to beat. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons.
Again, I get fired up. 2 kickoff returns returns for touchdowns in the same game. This is fun to watch.
Yeah, we call a lot of games in a lot of different places. Sometimes it seems like we do it simultaneously, but we rarely get to see this. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. Olszewski now from his end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. Here comes the Pittsburgh Steelers and running back Najee Harris. They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not through any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest.
Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And it looks like one of the DBs has it.
No coach or team's ever happy when someone has a turnover, but if there's ever a good...
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field...
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. This is Harris. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 73 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
One of the good things offenses did years ago was they lettered their gaps the same on each side. A gap between guard and center on either side. That's what you want to control when you're trying to run the ball up the middle.
And why is that?
Because typically you either have a big nose guard in there in an odd front, three-man front, or you have defensive tackles that might line up in the A-gaps trying to gain an advantage and get upfield themselves. If you can control that, it gives the back plenty of space to pick and choose where to go.
And there, a great inside run, broke the contact and got some space. Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Miles Boykin, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Steelers are once again back in front. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that gives them a 3-point lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Patterson going to bring this out of the end zone. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. Charles, we'll see how this offense responds. Remember, the last time they were out, they went for it on 4th down, did not get it, and that led to a touchdown on the other side. So they need a response here.
They certainly do, and I just have a question for you. You think that was a gut feel, or was that analytics that came into play there deciding to go for it on 4th down?
That felt like gut to me. What about you?
Yeah, absolutely, because the way it backfired, where they are in the game, all of those things, that didn't feel like an analytics call. That certainly felt like, hey, I feel like we can get this right now. And unfortunately, it didn't work out for them.
Oh, poor decision there. That's going to be intercepted.
He'd been having a good day so far, but I think he got a little overzealous on that one. Still young in this league, has to learn to try not to do too much on an individual play because, as we all know, sometimes less is more, and throwing away is preferable to making the big mistake.
Meanwhile, Pickett's throw complete there to Johnson. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. From the 33, here's 2nd down. Pickett, he'll look to throw it. Finds Pickens out right. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
They run with Harris. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Offside, defense.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
So after the penalty, here's 2nd and 3. They run again with Harris. And it's out. He put it on the carpet.
Oh, one of the linebackers has got it.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
But he has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
So first down, and they'll stick with Algier.
And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Let's face it, when you have a guy who can pick up those types of runs and keep the chains moving or stay ahead of the chains, you're making everyone else on offense happy because you're opening things up to allow for a whole lot of different play calls.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he'll work down inside the 45.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know you're trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Ritter now on 2nd down. And the timing a bit off that time as that would fall to the ground.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down.
The Ritter back to throw.
Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 24-yard line. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Back to the ground with Robinson.
They'll get 6 on the play, and it's going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 17-yard line.
From the 17, here's 2nd and 4. Looking to throw it here, Ritter. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
They'll run with Patterson.
And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. They'll run with Patterson.
And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal.
Ritter trying to get them up to the line here in a hurry. Patterson. Touchdown, Falcons. That could be an important swing right there. A touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
Coup now for the point after.
And that will make this a 4-point game. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And the end result, an Atlanta touchdown.
Following the touchdown, here's Coup to kick off. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Najee Harris and the rest of this offense work their way back onto the field.
He's had it working pretty well here in this first half up until that last drive when he put it on the turf, Charles.
So I don't think they want to overreact to that fumble because now you've got a guy that's played so well. You don't want to take him and limit his effectiveness by worrying about it too much. But it wouldn't surprise me at all if we saw him next week at meetings. He'd have the football with him at all times.
Now Pickett. Throw left side, hauled in by Pickens.
12 yards that time and a Pittsburgh first. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
Off the play fake, here's Pickett. Finding Pickens for another catch.
He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
So Pickett is off to the sideline, and Chris Boswell is on for the Steeler field goal try.
Boswell's kick is good, and that'll bring him back within a point. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
And with a 1-point lead, you'd have to think they'll be looking just to get this to halftime.
And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
In our game, expect to see the starters for at least one more drive. Something to look forward to as we get you back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. All right, Brandon, thank you very much. Week 3 of the preseason is here. Everyone wrapping up their exhibition schedule. No games for the league on Labor Day weekend. And then it all begins. The 17-game regular season gets underway on the Thursday after Labor Day with the NFL kickoff game.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Falcons offense ready to get going to begin this third quarter.
They're rocking and rolling, but the scoreboard doesn't show a big difference. Maybe it's one of those games where coaches say you can't miss your turn on offense.
I like the way you phrased it, especially with that. I love that rocking and rolling because the explosions on offense are happening. So that's going to get the crowd going. They're loving that. But defensively, they just can't get it together to get the stops they've needed in order to help increase their margin. They've got to find a way, but you're not counting on it. That's exactly what you said. Can't miss your turn, can't miss your opportunity.
Yeah, they're going for another opportunity now.
On second down, Ritter. That's going to be caught by Pitts.
That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Robinson up the middle. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. 47 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Back to Robinson now on 1st down.
No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
That's out wide here for Robinson.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 25-yard line. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They're really locked in on offense.
And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line.
10 more there and another first down. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they established that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
2nd and 10 now. It's Ritter.
Touchdown! Sammy Watkins. A 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Falcons take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Coup for the extra point.
And with that, the lead is up to 8. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told.
And it's Sammy Watkins who finishes it off with a touchdown reception. Following the touchdown, here's Coup to kick off. Olszewski going to hold on to this one. Touchback.
Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2.
Pickett leads the Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs.
At their 25-yard line.
Harris will start the drive out.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. First down, and they go back to Harris.
Taken down at the 47-yard line.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their number one goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that, and that really chips away at your confidence.
On second down, this is Harris. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it third down at 6.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Throwing on third down. Here's Pickett.
And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up fourth. The Steelers send out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Atlanta now coming out on the field.
For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do. So I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 23 yards on the play.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory.
Third down, here's Patterson.
And he is going to lose yardage here.
Now it looks like we're going to get a stoppage here. An injured Steeler on that last play. Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
Here's Bradley Pena now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And they'll get to this and touch it. Looks like, right at the 15-yard line here.
Najee Harris and the Steeler offense set to go to work once again.
He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
And he's just zipping along today. Everything coming together for him. It's that type of a day that you see a back just kind of have a grin on his face every time his number is called, because he doesn't feel like there's going to be any lost yardage plays, nothing but big-time positive runs.
Making the sideline grin as well.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Harris running straight ahead, pushes past him. And this is going to be a Steelers first down as he'll take this up to about the 33-yard line.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point that continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Pickett back to throw. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he will have a Steelers Steelers first down, and comfortably so as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard.
And the Steelers first down.
They hand this off to Harris. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
A.J. Terrell coming up to make the play.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 7.
A first throw for the backup Trubisky. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. David Onyemata in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. They'll look to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Rowe. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away.
And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back. Tell them to take care of the ball and try to move forward. Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Here's Algier again on 2nd down.
Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Delay of game, offset.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Still 3rd down.
Not ideal there. That delay of game backs them up 5 yards, so now they need 7 yards on 3rd down. Now Wentz. Open man, there is Patterson, complete. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here, down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want it.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Duke Dawson picks it, and the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case...
And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line.
Well, their defense got him the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, in the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brand, I almost expect you coming like an auctioneer. We got two. Do I hit three? Remember, it was 2 in a row. We'll be hit 3 in a row because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. 53 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Wentz. Flush to his right. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up.
Well, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. Now, we'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment. On second down, a run with Patterson.
And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Cordero Patterson taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Falcons have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this fourth quarter.
Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point.
And the lead is up to 15 now. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it.
Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Trubisky. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
And a nice gain of 21 yards. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Offense was moving a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half.
And
And down he goes, but the stiff arm utilized effectively there, and it helps him move the sticks. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Mitchell Trubisky, a 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Steelers get a bit closer.
Boswell good with the extra point, as this gets him back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here.
And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the fourth quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts at earliest opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
Once more, they turn to Patterson. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Throwing is Wentz. And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
So here's Trubisky and the Steelers.
Down by 8, a little under a minute 50 remaining. You can't say the preseason isn't interesting. This has been great as they come up 1st and 10. Now it's Trubisky.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick 6.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of the defense, they wanted to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Steelers ready to take over on offense. This is 1st and 10.
Back to the air, Trubisky after the pick 6.
Finding Washington.
And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
A lot of practice time, a lot of thinking goes into 2-minute drills, even on the defensive side. So now you want to make sure the guys understand. Continue to be aggressive, but make sure you're smart in doing so.
2nd and 10, it's Trubisky again. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the 1st down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Oh, he's got a man wide open. going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 43. He'll let it fly for Austin. And this is caught inside the 5.
And he's going to be out of bounds all the way. So close.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage.
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. Under 50 seconds to play. Here's 2nd and 10. So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Now the focus is really clear. They need to get that first down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
On 3rd down, Trubisky.
Pass complete to Austin on the comeback route.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
All 3 timeouts still remain. Keep that in mind. They prefer to use them on the defensive end. But here's 1st and 10.
They'll throw on 1st down with Trubisky. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens in bounds.
That is caught at the 7. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Extra point put through by Boswell as this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So with under 30 seconds to play, this is the game right here. Oh, I think they got it. Yes, the Steelers have it. So they've accomplished half the mission, Charles. They get the onside kick. They do need a touchdown here, but they've got some time to do it.
In the excitement, there's no need to press. Plenty of time. They have the opportunity. Now they just need to execute and finalize things.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle. Kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And the Falcons have just about sewn up this football game. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game.
Again, Patterson.
And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away.
Olszewski now to return. A fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Falcons here as we say so long from Atlanta.
Said it was up and it was stuck.